ahead.
And welcome everyone to the City Ball Diamond. Rusty Butcher alongside Jasmine Pankratz in our second to last softball broadcast of the season. We'll be back in action Monday for sophomore recognition at 5 o'clock Central Time. Hi, Jazz.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Larks dropped the first one 5-1 to Highland. We'll be back in action here right now as we are getting close to start of game 2. Kaylin Lastly on the hill for the Larks. And I think you had an update baseball-wise?
Yeah.
Lay it on us.
Joseph Perez pitched a scoreless 5th inning.
Mojo for
They're
the Squirrels.
headed to the bottom of the 5th, and the score is still 5-3.
Okay. So Mojo picking up the scoreless inning. As here we go, Sam Moran to lead things off. She plays third base for the Scotties. Defensively, pretty much the same, except Boo has moved over to third base and Jenna Schneider at first base in the flex position. So Boo at third for the Larks. And Sam Moran to start things off. Moran went over 2, but 2 walks, 2 runs scored. Highland hit 3 home runs in that first game. Lots of ways to contact us. We want to hear from you, whether you're a fan of the Larks, a fan of the Scotties. Tell us who you are, who you're watching, where you're watching from, as that one misses high and away. First way to contact us, 620, send us a text, 620-217-1465. Drop us a line, go Larks at heston.edu. Jasmine.
Yeah, or I'm in the live chat like I was in the previous game, which we didn't have a lot of responses to, but it's fine. It should be right under your YouTube browser. It is the most convenient way to contact us. Let us know who you're watching, where you're watching from, questions, comments, feedback. We like it all. Or you can tweet at GoLarks, hashtag Fear the Nest, or at the Heston Softball Twitter page, and we'll be sure to find it and give you a shout out and a like.
That's fouled off. And Boo gloves it in foul territory, so we'll stay foul. And so 2 strikes here to Moran. 1. Tapper on the ground. Kaylin gloves it, flips over to Jenna, and there's 1 away. That brings up Alyssa Wesley. So Wesley stepping in with Anderson on deck. Anderson did hit a pair of bombs in that first game.
Still haven't gotten the scoreboard fixed, it seems.
And Wesley hit a home run too. Thought she did. Highland hitting 3 home runs. Wesley fouls it off. And quickly 1 strike. And Kaylin, getting her sign, deals too far out. The count stays high. The count evens up at 1-1. Perfect evening for softball.
Mm-hmm.
That comes on the inner half for a strike. And Wesley quickly behind 1-2. On the ground, Kaylin gloves it again. And the flips over to Jenna at first. And quickly like that, there's 2 away, and both on groundouts back to Kaylin Lastly. Sydney Anderson hit 2 home runs, drove in 4. She's now up to 8 home runs on the season and 47 runs driven in. Highland a fan of the long ball. That one too far outside from Kaylin. That one Drifts too far out. And the count 2 balls, no strikes here to Anderson. Kalen trying to work away from Anderson.
What's the weather supposed to be like tomorrow?
I think it's supposed to be about like this. That is fouled off and into the feet of Anderson. The count 2 balls, 1 strike. We'll double check. But I think it's supposed to be fairly similar to today. Yeah, 63 tomorrow, supposed high. Good day to that one missing downstairs. Make the neighbors mad. That's count 3 balls, 1 strike.
What does that mean?
I'm going to have my smoker running all day tomorrow, so if there's any wind.
Oh, gosh.
So 2 away here in the first. That's strike on the outside half, and we are full 3 balls, 2 strikes. And we got a text right now. Joanna from California watching my girl, Lexi number 5. Go Larks. All right, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
That one gets a little bit low, and Anderson aboard, and that brings up the very dangerous Aubrey Hernandez. Hernandez 0 for 4 in the first game. She came in hitting .495. Her average will dip a little bit. But she has 12 home runs and 48 runs driven in. Here's the pitch. Misses outside. That is a tapper on the plate. Foul ball as Sam fielded it behind the plate in foul territory. But Sam did a good job because if you don't feel that and hits a plate and goes fair, it's a fair ball. Plate in fair territory. Popular misconception across baseball and softball is that the plate's foul territory. It is not. It is fair territory. Too high and away. Sam with the fake throw back. Anderson getting very dirty. And we're 2 balls and 1 strike here to Hernandez. Hernandez fouls it off. And our count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hernandez, a bullet through the hole into the gap out there in left center field. Hernandez is going to have the double and a ribby as Anderson goes first all the way home on the double and the ribby fly Hernandez. And just like that, Highland in front, 1-0. And that brings up Lexi Hodap. That ball was a missile into the gap. And Hodap coming to bat.
I think that's where she wanted it.
Hodap 0 for 4 in the first game. So she's looking to bust out here. Kalen misses away. Hodap was second in the team with 7 home runs. Now she's third behind Anderson after Anderson hits 2 home runs and adds 4. She has 7 bombs and 30 runs driven in. She hammers that. That was foul past a diving Boo. with Donaldson on deck. Galen deals, and that is a shot past Kendall, base hit to right field. Hernandez coming home, and back-to-back hits with the runners on scoring position. And it's 2-0 Highland for Haley Donaldson.
Number 7, Haley Donaldson.
And in the first game, Highland scored only off of home runs. But in this game, they're showing that they can also hit really well in general.
And they are, yeah, they're doing a good job of hitting them. In old baseball terminology, Jasmine, hitting them where they ain't.
Hitting them where they ain't.
Yeah, the score 2-1. And the first pitch to Donaldson, a strike. Donaldson's first at bat. She is a sophomore. She's 12 for 32, a 375 batting average in 22 games. 2 doubles, a home run, and 13 runs driven in. And Kalen finds the outside corner of the zone, and Donaldson quickly behind 0-2. Strike 3, outside corner. Donaldson goes down looking. Highland with 2. We'll come back to bottom of the first coming back after this.
Earn your Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree at Heston College and become part of their 50-year tradition of outstanding nursing education. Located just 30 minutes north of Wichita, Heston College is a small, Christ-centered private college that provides state-of-the-art training for tomorrow's caregivers. The nursing program has maintained accreditation throughout its 50-year history, and 3 tracks offer you the BSN program you need to meet your goals, whether you are just starting out or building upon your previous education. The RN to BSN program offers hybrid courses scheduled to promote life balance, and also offers a special RN to BSN tuition program.
Small class size allows Heston College faculty to get to know and genuinely care for each student. A rigorous, holistic nursing curriculum provides practical hands-on experience in our active simulation lab. You will also gain real-world caregiving experience ranging from neonatal to geriatric and well-respected regional clinical agencies.
From my first contact with Heston College, I could feel the caring atmosphere. The nursing faculty made me feel at home. They walked me through the curriculum, and now as a student, they regularly check in on my life, my family, and my success.
Heston College provides the education and personal attention expected of a top private school at a cost comparable to public institutions. 100% of students who applied for financial aid received aid.
And welcome back here to the City Ball Diamond. As Taylor Martin to start things off here on the bottom of the first. Who were you asking about? Got a text here saying, shout out to Boo from her family in Albuquerque. Taylor, base hit down the line. Taylor thinking 2, heading to second, and Taylor will stroll into second and quickly steps back on. So Taylor with a leadoff double, and the Larks with a little something doing.
Solid hit.
Shout out to Boo from all her family in Albuquerque. Play hard, baby girl.
Up next, number 10,
Kaylin Lastly coming in to bat with Taylor aboard in scoring position. Larks poised to maybe make something happen here in the first. Oh, missing downstairs. Ortega, the pitcher. Julissa Ortega, 4-3 on the season. That is on the ground. Ortega gloves it, throws over to first, and that is a play made by Hodap over at first. That'll bring up Lexi Avalos.
Lexi Avalos.
Lexi steps in, first pitch swinging. And, could be a trouble. Taylor slipping in, sliding over. Nice hook slide by Taylor. Lexi takes first on the fielder's choice. And now runners at the corners for Sam with none out.
That brings up number 2, Sam Amarante.
Good play by Taylor.
And a great slide outside part of the bag where the tag couldn't be applied. And Sam takes a strike on the first pitch she sees from Ortega. So Lark's threatening here, trying to get one back after giving up 2 in their half of the first. The Highland half of the first, I should say. That one stays high to Sam, and we're even 1 ball, 1 strike. That's a line drive base hit. Taylor scores. Sam has a ribby. And the Larks with a run on the board on the single by Sam. Taylor trots on home. 2-1 here in the first.
Coming alive this game.
Sierra Long coming to bat.
Number 15, Sierra Long.
Heston baseball is in the bottom of the 6th, losing 7-3 to K-Dub.
And Sierra looks at the first pitch from Ortega. Sierra fights it off, fouls it off out of play. Or into the fence, not necessarily out of play. Sierra quickly behind, 0-2. One out here in the bottom of the first. Sierra back up the middle. Ortega, the underhand flip to third base for the force out. And there's 2 away for Jocelyn Chavez.
Up next, number 23, Jocelyn Chavez.
So Joss digs in with runners at first and second, 2 outs. And a strike on the outer half. So Joss quickly behind. Joss fouls it off, and now she's deep in the count, 0-2. Count 0-2 now to Joss. That one stays high by her eyes. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the ground of the shortstop, Daniels. Daniels goes the short way. But the Larks get a run back. We played an inning. Highland 2, Larks 1 back after this.
My name is Molly Shervany, and both my parents and my older sister have gone to KU. It's kind of the thing we do. And that's what I was planning on too. But I loved the Heston College tour. I still remember my personal guide, Kimmy, and talking with all the art professors. At KU, I was in a huge group of students, and I didn't really get to see what I wanted. Heston College made it for me. Taking gen eds at Heston is helping me build a really strong foundation. I get individual attention and know my professors and everyone in my class. I like the personal relationships, and that's something that Heston offered that nowhere else did. With this foundation, I'll be ready to finish my major at KU. I'm currently at Heston Lark, but soon I'll be cheering Rock Chalk Jayhawk at KU.
I'm Roman Arnold from Dallas, Texas. I toured my dad's school, Texas A&M, and it really was beautiful, but it was huge. He talked about class sizes being over 100. I visited Heston as a baseball prospect and never looked back. I got the chance to be involved right away, not only on the field, but as a part of the community. Everybody knows each other on campus. We're really close-knit. And if you want faith to be a part of your athletic experience, no one does that better than Heston. I'm not worried about transferring. My advisor saw me out at least a half a dozen times the first semester just to make sure I was on the right track. I started as a Lark at Heston College, and I'm planning on transferring to a state school, Texas A&M. Giga Maggies.
McKinley Jenneret to step in here in the top of the second. As Sam and the home plate umpire having a quick little conversation. And a pitch from Kalen, outside corner for a strike. That went too far inside. Our count 1-1. Just strike on the outside corner from Kalen. They count 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jenneret. And the 1-2 coming up. Swing and a miss. And the toss down. And that'll bring up Maya Daniels.
Number 17.
Daniels in the shortstop position defensively for the Scotties, batting 8th with Zimmerman on deck. And Daniels takes the ball outside. Daniels, 11 for 42, a 262 batting average. Daniels loops one out there past Sierra. That one just tailed away from Sierra, and Daniels has a base hit. Cammy Zimmerman coming to bat.
Number 30, Cammy Zimmerman.
Zimmerman looks at a ball outside. They count 1 ball.
Boo's Nana in the live chat saying, "Go Boo, I love you." Some nice rhyming there.
I like it.
Thanks for tuning in.
Glad you guys are along. Count 2 balls, no strikes. How many people are in with us today in game 2?
24.
All right. We've heard from a couple. Let's hear from everybody. And they count 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and miss from Zimmerman. Throw down, not in time. Daniels swipes to second base. They count 2-1. That is on the ground at Sierra Long. Sierra gets Daniels in a rundown. Daniels and a little fake out there. Sierra makes the tag. Zimmerman aboard on the fielder's choice. And that brings up Sam Moran. Heads up play by Sierra.
Mm-hmm.
Top of the order, number 23, Sam Moran.
Leadoff hitter Sam Moran coming to bat. Pitch outside from Kalen. Moran 0 for 1, like we said. Grounded out to Kalen lastly. First two hitters of this game, both comebackers to Kalen. Sam's throw, not in time. As Zimmerman swiping second. Another stolen base here for Highland. Count now 2 balls, no strikes for Moran.
Heston baseball still losing in the top of the 7th, 7-3.
On the ground, fouled off. And they count 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Shout out to Boo from your sister. I miss you. Play hard.
Mm-hmm.
Boo's got quite a fan club going
Yeah,
on
she
today.
does. I like it.
That's on the ground. A nice snag by Boo. Boo now in a rundown drops the ball, but they said she did stay with it. On the tag, Moran
That was confusing.
takes first. Boo dropping it. And Boo a little bit slow. Boo thought there was a force, went to the bag and stepped on. There wasn't a force. And now 2 on for Alyssa Wesley. Wesley dumps one out there too. Right field run coming home. And Wesley with a single. Jazz, you said it really well in that first game. You know, the first game, they did it with a long ball. This one, they're just hitting them all over.
Mm-hmm. Finding the gaps.
Number 8, Sydney Anderson.
So Jasmine's going to watch Hoosiers tonight.
We'll see.
Yeah, you need to. It's right up there with Field of Dreams.
Okay.
I promise you that. Sydney Anderson takes a strike on the outside half from Kaylin Leslie. But my question for you is this. Why 4 in the morning?
I couldn't sleep.
Okay. So 1 run across, 3-1 our score. Anderson in the count. I believe 1 ball, 1 strike. That one stays outside. And Wesley takes second. Count 2-1 now to Anderson. Got another text here saying, "Come on, Boo, let's go love you." Boo does have a heck of a fan club tonight. That one misses upstairs. And our count 3-1. There's a strike to Anderson right down the pipe, and the count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
What is your deal?
Nothing. One fouled backing out of play on the right side. We're full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Strike 3 called. Anderson goes down. Looking, but a run does cross. We've played an inning and a half. Highland 3, Larks 1. Back after this.
My name is Molly Shervany, and both my parents and my older sister have gone to KU. It's kind of the thing we do, and that's what I was planning on too. But I loved the Heston College tour. I still remember my personal guide, Kimmy, and talking with all the art professors. At KU, I was in a huge group of students, and I didn't really get to see what I wanted. Heston College made it for me. Taking gen eds at Heston is helping me build a really strong foundation. I get individual attention and know my professors and everyone in my class. I like the personal relationships, and that's something that Heston offered that nowhere else did. With this foundation, I'll be ready to finish my major at KU. I'm currently a Heston Lark, but soon I'll be cheering Rock Chalk Jayhawk at KU.
Three, two, one.
Number 22, Kendall Richardson.
Bendel Richardson coming to bat. See, I did it just for you. Called her Bendel. Kendall coming to bat here, and the first pitch she sees pops it up. And into the parking lot. Kendall had the only hit in game 1. Kendall fouls it off. And the count 0-2. Ortega deals. Kendall fouls that one off. And head coach Andrew Sharp can't make the play at third base. Fundamentals, Andy. Got to get down in front of it. The count 0-2. Kendall lays off the high cheese. And the count 1-2 now to Kendall. Kendall right back up the middle. Ortega gets just a little piece of it, but not enough to stop it. And Kendall has a single. Boo coming to bat. With none out in the bottom of the second, Larks trailing.
Number 30, Adriana Ruiz.
So Boo steps in. Boo lifts one, and that could drop in. It will be a fair ball for Boo, and a little bloop single. And just like that, the Larks with a couple runners on for Chosino. Spaghettio's coming to bat.
Brings up number 12, Josino.
So Josie stepping in. Joe shows bunt and fouls it off. And Josie knew she didn't get that bunt down, turns around and said, "My bad, guys. You can get it down." Josie fouls that off, and it went off her fingertips on the bunt attempt. I've done that. That's nothing nice about that. That hurts.
I believe it.
On the count 0-2.
She also has a massive bruise on her shin right now.
Does she?
Mm-hmm. Like it's huge.
Swing and a miss. Jose goes down. And that brings up T-Mart. T-Mart doubled in her first at-bat.
Top of the order, number 29, Taylor Martin.
And T-Mart scored a run. That one misses downstairs. Another 1-0 coming up. That one upstairs. And our count 2 balls, no strikes. Just missed this Tecton Boo's at bat. Take it for a ride, Boo. Love you, Mom.
We just have one out, right?
We do.
Oh, they got the scoreboard fixed now.
Yeah. I went too far outside, and 3 balls, no strikes here to T-Mart. Strike on the inner half to Taylor. Taylor's bat was going to be on her shoulder no matter what on that with a 3-0 count. (3-1). Taylor on the ground, and that's a base hit in the left field. Coming home is Kendall, and Kendall skips in. Taylor has a single, a multi-hit game, and an RBI. And the Larks now have trimmed the lead to 1, 3-2 against the 7th-ranked Scotties.
Number 10, Kaylin Lashley.
And Kaylin digs in. Kaylin offers that on a bunt. Takes the strike. That one Kaylin lays off on. Stays upstairs. And the count 1-1. Kaylin on the ground. Daniels goes the short way just by a step over. And the runners move up for Lexi Avalos.
Number 5, Lexi Avalos.
So Lex steps in. Lex grounded into fielder's choice. Then was forced out. And Lex takes a strike. Count 0-1 to Lexi. There's a pitch on the outside corner. Now Lexi quickly behind 0-2 with 2 outs. And here's a pitch. Too far outside. Hey, Jazz. Shout out to both of you for broadcasting. It is a great feeling to watch our kids playing when we can't physically be there. You both are greatly appreciated from all of Boo's Fan Club. Thank you, guys.
Aw, yeah. Her Nana also said, thank you, Heston College Media Service, for making it possible to watch the
That's a
Larks
base
every
hit.
game.
That could be a base hit. A running Digny by the right fielder out there, Anderson. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in, and Lexi has herself a little double out there, 2-run double, and the Larks have taken the lead on Lexi's 2-run double. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off,
you're good.
But things got happening in a hurry. And now the Larks have taken the lead, 3 runs across. Heston leading 4-3 with 2 outs here. And a quick trip out to talk things over. to Ortega. Lexi dumps that one. It was a long run for Anderson out there. She tried to make a sliding catch, getting by her. Lex heads to second, and both Boo and Taylor scored easily.
Good to see that turnaround for the Larks.
That's right. Sam steps up.
That brings up number 2, Sam Amarante.
So the Larks leading 4-3 here in the second. And Sam looks at one upstairs from Ortega. And the 1-0 as Jasmine aggressively zips up her jacket.
I really didn't.
It sounded like it.
Okay.
It was real quiet. All of a sudden, there's a zipper sound. They count 2 balls, no strikes.
Whatever, dude.
That's lifted out there to the gap, right center field. Sam has herself a base hit. Lex scoring easily. And Sam gives the Larks a 2-run advantage.
Coming alive here for the Larks.
4 runs here for the Larks in this second inning. And that is going to close the book on Ortega as they will bring in Haley Donaldson to pitch. So the Larks have taken the lead 5-3, 4 runs in, as Donaldson comes in to throw for
Coming in to pitch for Highland, number 7, Haley Donaldson.
Highland. We'll be in action tomorrow. Jasmine and Alec with the call. Did you talk to Alec? Make sure he's coming with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is he in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Jasmine and Alec will be on the call for Game 1 of the baseball at 4 o'clock. I'll be joining them for Game 2. As we are in the second, this will be the 8th batter the Larks have sent to the plate in the form of Sierra Long. It's still a nice night for softball. It's the fact that we haven't had a lot of wind. That's been the nicest thing. We've had a lot of games this year that have been wind blown all over.
Yeah. They scheduled these games perfectly this week with Tuesday having a game, Wednesday not, because yesterday it was pretty
And this
windy.
one was supposed to be played this week, and they moved this up. Highland partners with KCK in travel. Heston partners with Hutch in travel. So a lot of times on weekends, Heston and Hutch will travel somewhere. One will play one place, the other play the other, and they'll flip-flop. So this time, Highland comes down. KCK's playing over in Hutch today. They'll come over tomorrow, and Highland will go play Hutch tomorrow. That's kind of how it works out, travel partners. Saving on little money, little overnight. It works out that way. And CeeLo takes a strike. On the first pitch she sees. CeeLo lifts it. That's going to drop in for a base hit just past fair territory. And Sam goes all the way first to third. I mean, you can't place it any better than that.
You really can't.
See, dumped it in out there, and that brings up Joss, who's 0 for 1. Just lofted that over Hodap at first base. It died, hit the dirt, died in fair territory, and then rolled into foul territory, so fair ball. And that brings up Jocelyn. There's a strike on the outside corner from Donaldson.
I don't know what Coach Andy Sharp said to them in between games, but seems to be working.
Larks up 5-3. That's hammered foul on the left side. As Josh trying to paint the line. And count now 0-2 to Josh. Oh, it's too far outside.
What?
CeeLo stepping in. So CeeLo skips her way over to second base. The time being called. The ball went back to CeeLo, or went back to the pitcher, Donaldson. CeeLo skipping her way, trying to induce a throw. And Scott Jordan out to plead his case out there at second base. And the count's still 1-2 to Jocelyn. Too far outside. And the count now 2-2 to Joss. So Joss has it even up. Joss swings and misses, but damage done. Larks have 4 come across, and they lead 5-3 after 2 here from the City Ball Diamond.
At Heston College, I really think about the logo as being centered to who we are. It's a greater than sign. It's an arrow. It's taking people places, and it's taking students beyond their worldview, beyond their comfort zones. It's about helping students be greater than themselves through an environment that is focused on Christ.
There is something greater than anything the world has to offer. Money, fame, fortune. It's finding meaning to your life, to find a purpose for living.
I'm greater than thinking I can do this on my own.
I am greater than my fears.
I'm greater than bullying. I am greater than systems of oppression and confined ideas.
I'm greater than greed.
I am greater than being content with just a Sunday faith.
I'm greater than perfectionism.
So I'm greater than my former self.
There is something greater than anything the world has to offer. Money, fame, fortune. It's finding meaning to your life, to find a purpose for living. And that's what we do at Heston College. We help people find that special calling, to find out what they were born to be and do, to figure out that purpose that's greater than themselves.
At Heston College, I really think about the logo as being centered to who we are. It's a greater than sign. It's an arrow. It's taking people places, and it's taking students beyond their worldview, beyond their comfort zones. It's about helping students be greater than themselves through an environment that is focused on Christ. I'm greater than thinking I can do this on my own.
And Aubrey Hernandez coming to bat here in the top of the third for the Scotties. Hernandez doubled in her last at bat. As it's 5-3 after the Larks score 4 in that second inning. Highland now looking to try and get something back against Kaylin Lastly. And the pitch. And Lastly drops it in for a strike on the change. Kaylin looking to deal. That one stays a little bit too far outside. Our count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Got a few more texts this game.
Okay.
A couple more live chats. I mean, I'd like to hear from everybody watching. On the ground, up the middle, base hit for Hernandez, and she now has 2 hits in the game. A single and a double, and that brings up Lexi Hodap with none out here in the top of the third.
0-0, Lexi Hodap.
So Hodap singled in a run in the first. She's 1 for 1. As Kaylin getting her sign from Sam and dealing. Hodap first pitch swing. Silos vacuums it up, steps on second, throw over in time. A double play turned by the Larks. And now Donaldson comes to bat with the bases empty as Silo perfect position for that. Sierra steps on second and tosses over. Donaldson comes to bat. She struck out.
The Heston baseball score remains 7-3 in the top of the 8th.
On the ground at Silo. Silo stays down, throws over, and in time, Reese over there first makes a play. And Heston forces Highland to go quickly. 1-2-3. We'll go bottom of third. Back after this on the Lark Network.
My name is Molly Shervany, and both my parents and my older sister have gone to KU. It's kind of the thing we do. And that's what I was planning on too. But I loved the Heston College tour. I still remember my personal guide, Kimmy, and talking with all the art professors. At KU, I was in a huge group of students, and I didn't really get to see what I wanted. Heston College made it for me. Taking gen eds at Heston is helping me build a really strong foundation. I get individual attention and know my professors and everyone in my class. I like the personal relationships, and that's something that Heston offered that nowhere else did. With this foundation, I'll be ready to finish my major at KU. I'm currently a Heston Lark, but soon I'll be cheering Rock.
And welcome back here to the City Ball Diamond. Kendall Richardson to start this off. Kendall singled back in that second inning and scored and started the rally for the Larks. They lead 5-3 here, bottom of third.
Batting for the Larks, number 22, Kendall Richardson.
So Kendall will bat. Kendall with a healthy swing of the first pitch she sees from Donaldson. And she's behind one strike. That one stays too low, and the count now even up at 1-1 strike to Kendall.
Boo's Nana showing lots of love in the live chat. Go Larks, go
right.
Boo.
So Bendel out the bat.
Starting to cool down a little bit.
It is a little bit. That one stays too low, and the count now 2-1 strike. Kendall fouls it back into the fence. And the count now even 2-2 strikes. Kendall fouls it off again. And our count now 2-2 strikes. Kendall fights it off, fouls it, stays alive. Count, we're still riding with twos. And the 2-2 coming up. Kendall fouls it off again. So Kendall's still alive.
I think they got that from you, Rusty.
I hope so. I like that. I'm glad. They count 2-2. 2 high and away. We're full 3 balls and 2 strikes. A long at-bat for Kendall to start this inning.
Amy Carr asked in the live chat, when does Heston make up the game with KCK?
Tomorrow, right here, 4 o'clock.
But it will not be broadcasted because
Right.
we will be doing baseball
We'll be
since it's their sophomore recognition day.
Right. Kendall fouls off another one. More batter's box disco dancing. Staying alive. So a very long at-bat. That one downstairs, and Kendall works the long at-bat and gets the walk, and she's aboard for Boo. Boo dumped one in for a base hit her last at-bat.
Number 30, Adriana Ruiz.
So Boo getting her signs. As leadoff runner aboard for the Larks. Boo calls time. Wants to think something over. And the first pitch from Donaldson. Boo showed bunt, pulled it back.
It's a little high for that.
So Boo pulls it back.
The NFL just released their football schedule.
Did they? All right. Wonders who my Cowboys play.
Who cares?
Hateful. Count now. 1-0 to Boo. Boo shows bunt, pops it back out. Now they count even at 1-1. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike. That's swing and a miss by Boo. I just got a text, someone trying to send a text to someone else saying Boo's playing on YouTube. It's being streamed. They attached my number to it, but I don't think it went to who they wanted to. I know we're streaming. It's my number. We got that. The count is 1-2 to Boo. Boo shoots one out there to right field, but it's going to be a running catch by Anderson. And now there's one away. Joe stepping in.
Number 12, Josie Knowles.
So Josie digging in here. Josie digging in. That one stays up. And 1 ball to Josie. Josie lifts one. That could be caught by Zimmerman. Zimmerman, though, doubling off Kendall on the hit and run. I thought it could be trouble. Just hung up there. Zimmerman gets underneath it. And the double play kills the inning for the Larks. We've played 3. Larks lead 5-3. We're back after this.
My name is Molly Shervany, and both my parents and my older sister have gone to KU. It's kind of the thing we do. And that's what I was planning on too. But I loved the Heston College tour. I still remember my personal guide, Kimmy, and talking with all the art professors. At KU, I was in a huge group of students, and I didn't really get to see what I wanted. Heston College made it for me. Taking gen eds at Heston is helping me build a really strong foundation. I get individual attention and know my professors and everyone in my class. I like the personal relationships, and that's something that Heston offered that nowhere else did. With this foundation, I'll be ready to finish my major at KU. I'm currently a Heston Lark, but soon I'll be cheering Rock Chalk Jayhawk at KU.
I'm Roman Arnold from Dallas, Texas. I toured my dad's school, Texas A&M, and it really was beautiful, but it was huge. He talked about class sizes being over 100. I visited Heston as a baseball prospect and never looked back. I got the chance to be involved right away, not only on the field, but as a part of the community. Everybody knows each other on campus. We're really close-knit. And if you want faith to be a part of your athletic experience, no one does that better than Heston. I'm not worried about transferring. My advisor saw me out at least a half a dozen times the first semester just to make sure I was on the right track. I started as a lark at Heston College, and I'm planning on transferring to a state school, Texas A&M. Giga Maggies.
And we're back.
And welcome back here to the City Ball Diamond as we're heading to the top of the fourth for McKinley Jenneret coming to bat. Daniels on deck, Zimmerman to follow. Larks leading here against Highland. And Jenneret struck out her first at bat. And that pitch stays too far outside from Kalen. Highland, you made a good point in the first game, Jasmine. Highland had a good contingent of fans that traveled down.
Yeah, they did.
And the 1-0.
I wonder if this is one of their closer ones, or maybe this is the last-ish game.
It's getting close. We're getting close. You know, you get to come down here and you're only 30 minutes away from Hutch for game 2 tomorrow. Why not? So, count 2 balls and no strikes. That ball took a funky hop off the home plate umpire. I count 2-0 here to Jenneret. Swing and a miss from Jenneret, and she swung very hard. And the 2-1. Tip back into the glove, strike 2. And the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. I couldn't make out what the cheer was.
Yeah, me either. Some of them I can't. Strike.
So the count is even 2-2 here to Jenneret in the 4th. On the ground at Boo at third. Boo plays it over, throws over, too high for Reese at first. And Jenneret aboard after the Lark error. Second error of the contest for the Larks. Maya Daniels coming up. She had a single. Stole a base, but was stranded on CeeLo's little heads-up fake to first on the throw. Daniels lays a bunt down. It hit Daniels in the box. Daniels gets new life after fouling off the first pitch. Daniels pulls back. Snap throw back. Kendall almost wheeled behind the runner at first. And the count 0-2. That one fouled off right side and out of play. Our count 0-2. That one too far outside. And the count moves 1 ball and 2 strikes. Daniels fouls it off, stays in the batter's box. And the count's still riding a 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss for Daniels. What? The Larks double up. Jennerette. Daniels out on the swing and the miss. Throw it down because Daniels took off. First base was occupied. And then Sam Amarante with a toss down. Catching Jennerette. And an unconventional double play. As Carissa Slaybaugh has shown up with food for not me.
No, for me.
Hurtful. Of course, there's a little bit of guac on that sandwich, it looks like. Absolutely. And most on Carissa's face as she's trying to eat that. Zimmerman stepping in, and the count 2 balls and no strikes to Zimmerman. There's a strike on the outside corner to Zimmerman. I count 2-1. Zimmerman fouls it off, and we're even 2 balls, 2 strikes. So lots of 2s across the scoreboard. So what kind of sandwich do you bring us? They count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 and 2, excuse me. Thank you, Chaz. I'm distracted by the guac. As Zimmerman fights it off, fouls it, stays alive.
What?
Zimmerman said, now they're talking things over. They said Zimmerman swung, didn't make contact, said it was an uncaught 3rd strike. And if that's the case,
I don't even know what that means.
If you drop a 3rd strike, you have to catch it. Foul ball is the call, so Zimmerman stays alive. So,
wait, what?
I
have seen softball today that I don't understand. I've never seen before.
You have to catch a 3rd strike, Jasmine. You cannot drop a 3rd strike. You have to catch it.
Okay.
And the home plate umpire did not see a foul ball. She thought it was a dropped 3rd strike. She called the runner out and no catch, as that one's tapped and fouled off.
My brain is exploding.
Called the runner out with no catch, in which case Sam or Kaylin has to make a play or the runner can run to first.
Okay.
So the count 1-2.
2-2. 3-2.
No, she signaled 1-2. Swing and a miss. Now that's a drop 3rd strike. Sam has to throw down. Runner is out. So strikeout recorded for Kaylin on a long at bat. We've played 3.5. Larks lead.
Earn your Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree at Heston College and become part of their 50-year tradition of outstanding nursing education. Located just 30 minutes north of Wichita, Heston College is a small, Christ-centered private college that provides state-of-the-art training for tomorrow's caregivers. The nursing program has maintained accreditation throughout its 50-year history, and 3 tracks offer you the BSN program you need to meet your goals, whether you are just starting out or building upon your previous education. The RN to BSN program offers hybrid courses scheduled to promote life balance, and also offers a special RN to BSN tuition program.
Small class size allows Heston College faculty to get to know and genuinely care for each student. A rigorous, holistic nursing curriculum provides practical hands-on experience in our active simulation lab. You will also gain real-world caregiving experience ranging from neonatal to geriatric in well-respected regional clinical agencies.
From my first contact with Heston College, I could feel the caring atmosphere. The nursing faculty made me feel at home. They walked me through the curriculum, and now as a student, they regularly check in on my life, my family, and my success.
Heston College provides the education and personal attention expected of a top private school at a cost comparable to public institutions. 100% of students who applied for financial aid received aid.
After classroom and clinicals, the ultimate goal is passing the RN licensure exam and getting a job. 98% of Heston College's 1,600 graduates have achieved a RN licensure.
No, I got you. I was watching. And welcome back here as we're in the the bottom of the fourth. Lark baseball in uncharted territory. Pitchers are hitting. They're out of position players. So there's no re-entry rule in baseball, as there is opposed to softball. Taylor fouling off the first pitch she sees. And that is on the ground at Donaldson. Donaldson throws over and in time. Bottom four, Larks leading 5-3, and Kalen Lastly coming to bat. Kalen's 0 for 2.
Kalen Lastly.
And 1 out. Kalen fouls it off. On the first pitch she sees from Donaldson. Zimmerman over there at second base wearing the mask, the half-cage mask. And the 0-1 coming up. Kalen offers that, and she's quickly behind 0-2. And Kalen now quickly behind 0-2. Kalen on the ground. Daniels plays it throw. Ooh. In time.
I missed it. Wow.
And a good stretch by Hodap over there. Daniels with a long throw across.
Joseph's been hitting.
And Lexi coming to bat with 2 outs here in the fourth. As Lexi stepping in. And Lexi takes a strike.
I was like, there's 2 outs?
There are 2 outs. Both on ground outs here.
Andrew's pitching.
That one stays too far outside, and the count even 1 ball and 1 strike to Lex. Lexi doubled in two to tie the game. Take the lead. Or to read a scorebook, Rusty.
Cooper hit a home run. Really? That's awesome. I told him to hit me a home run today.
Swing and a miss from Lex, and she's quickly behind 1-2.
Ooh, that's great.
As we're in the bottom of the fourth with 2 outs, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Lex goes down. Larks go quickly and quietly. 1-2-3. We'll be back after this on the Lark Network.
At Heston College, I really think about the the logo as being centered to who we are. It's a greater than sign. It's an arrow. It's taking people places. And it's taking students beyond their worldview, beyond their comfort zones. It's about helping students be greater than themselves through an environment that is focused on Christ.
There is something greater than anything the world has to offer. Money, fame, fortune. It's finding meaning to your life, to find a purpose for living.
I'm greater than thinking I can do this on my own.
I am greater than my fears.
I'm greater than bullying. I am greater than systems of oppression and confined ideas.
I'm greater than greed.
I am greater than being content with just a Sunday faith.
I'm greater than perfectionism.
So I'm greater than my former self.
Have a horrible knot, a horrible catch, and I know she won't, but I know you would have a problem hurting me, so.
Gotcha.
Of course, she'll do it and she'll kill me on purpose.
That's true. Put you in a headlock.
And welcome back here as we're in the 5th. And bottom 5 coming back. Or top 5, excuse me. Sam Moran, it's a leadoff for Highland. Moran, Wesley, and Anderson all due up. Highland used the long ball in game 1. They were hitting it early in gap, but Kalen lastly keeping the Scotty hitters off balance.
Now batting from the Scotties, top of the order, number 23, Sam Moran.
So Moran, 0 for 2. And Kalen lastly starting Moran off with a strike.
I want to see what she did the first game.
Jasmine back with us. As the pitch missing outside, the count 1 ball, 1 strike.
Jasmine would like to see. Yes, perfect. Okay, but I see nothing. The sun is too bright.
And the 1-1 coming up. That is hammered foul left side.
Tell him to turn the sun down. Can you turn the sun down, please?
1 ball, 2 strikes. Turning the sun down.
Turn the camera around it.
And the count of 1 and 2 now here to Moran.
Hi, Sammy. That's not Sammy.
That was Rudy. And the 1-2 coming up. That one stays downstairs in the dirt. And the count 2 and 2. The 2-2. Too far outside. We're full 3 balls and 2 strikes. Highland trailing. This might be unfamiliar territory for the Scotties. That one fouled off, and Moran stays alive. A protect herself type of swing, and she does. As our count. Thanks. Still full 3 balls, 2 strikes. That is on the ground. Past Sierra, base hit in the gap. Left center field. Moran on her way to 2, and she strolls into second with a stand-up double. That brings up Alyssa Wesley.
Number 5, Alyssa Wesley.
Bye. Thank you. Yep, try to come to our second game.
Let's go Larks, 3 up, 3 down. We got a text from Who's Fan Club. Wesley singled. Wesley lays the bunt down. Foul ball as it touched Wesley in the batter's box. Or rolled into foul territory, either way. Awfully close to nipping Wesley out of the box. So Weslly quickly behind 0-1. Jasmine's really with us, guys. She's here.
I really am. Yeah.
You're not, don't stress. We're having fun.
I should stress no matter what.
I know.
All the time.
I know.
Every day, everywhere.
That one's a fly ball out there. That could be trouble. That'll be in the gap in right center field or right field corner. Wesley has the double. Run will come in. Wesley with the easy double in the corner. Back-to-back doubles. And Highland's bats have come quickly alive. And it's 5-4.
Those are mine. Yeah, think so.
And that brings up Sydney Anderson.
Number 8, Sydney Anderson.
So Anderson to hit. Anderson drew a walk, struck out. And she looks a pitch as a strike on the outside corner. So the count 0-1 to Anderson. That one too far in. Drifts back inside. We're 1-1. None out here, one across. That one stays low. And the count 2 balls, 1 strike to Anderson.
I'm starting to get a little bit chilly.
Yeah, it's a little bit chilly up here. Count 2-1. That's too far out. We're 3 balls, 1 strike. So, good hitter's pitch, stays upstairs, and that's a walk issued by Kalen.
Number 25, Aubrey Hernandez.
Aubrey Hernandez coming to bat. 2 on, none out here in the 5th. And Hernandez looks at a strike on the first pitch from Kalen. And the 0-1. Hernandez lays a bunt down. Kalen lastly throw to first in time. Runners do move up. So Hernandez with a perfect bunt. And Lexi Hodap coming in. Check that. We've got a switch. Looks like Kelly Youthy. I can see the lights at the baseball field from here.
What? Oh. Can't see one.
What, you thought I was kidding? Quick meeting out there was Larks now in a bit of a jam. 1 away, but 2 on and 1 out. Runners at second and third. And Kalen's pitch. Youthy's first plate. And that's booted by Sierra, and that'll roll out into left field. Run coming home. Boo cuts it off. Boo drops it. And Youthy has second on the error. 2 come in, and Highland has taken the lead 6-4. And 1 out.
Number 7, Haley Darlington.
Wait, what? 6-5.
6-5, excuse me, thank you, 6-5.
All right, and the Larks Heston baseball trails 10-9 now. with 2 outs and player on first in the last
Oh,
bottom
wow.
of the ninth. Yeah.
As Donaldson takes a ball on the first pitch he sees from Kalen. On the ground, Kalen can't hang on to it. And Donaldson legs it out. That hit Kalen.
Number 36, Sarah Shin.
And that brings up Sarah Shin. Shin coming to bat. That's a strike on the outside corner to Shin. That's a strike on the inside corner from Kalen to Shin, and Shin quickly behind 0-2. Only 1 out, 2 on here. 3 across as Highland has stretched a lead to 6-5. Shin lifts one out there, dropping in front of Taylor for a base hit. And the bases are loaded. Shin's little single puts a pack of Scotties on the paths for Maya Daniels. Daniels 1 for 2. Maya Daniels. And Daniels singled. And Daniels takes a pitch on the outside for a ball. Just 1 out here with a sacks full. That's too far in. They count quickly. 2 balls, no strikes to Daniel. On the ground, Kendall giving to Sierra. 1 run will come home on the fielder's choice.
Number 30, Cami Zimmerman.
And Cami Zimmerman coming to bat. Four runs across, and our score 7-5. That one's lifted. Reese underneath it and makes the play. But a lot of damage done here. As 4 runs come across for Highland in the 5th, they now lead 7-5. We're back after this.
Earn your Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree at Heston College and become part of their 50-year tradition of outstanding nursing education. Located just 30 minutes north of Wichita, Heston College is a small, Christ-centered private college that provides state-of-the-art training for tomorrow's caregivers. The nursing program has maintained accreditation throughout its 50-year history, and 3 tracks offer you the BSN program you need to meet your goals, whether you are just starting out or building upon your previous education. The RN to BSN program offers hybrid courses scheduled to promote life balance, and also offers a special RN to BSN tuition program.
Small class size allows Heston College faculty to get to know and genuinely care for each student. A rigorous, holistic nursing curriculum provides practical hands-on experience in our active simulation lab. You will also gain real-world caregiving experience ranging from neonatal to geriatric in well-respected regional clinical agencies.
From my first contact with Heston College, I could feel the caring atmosphere. The nursing faculty made me feel at home. They walked me through the curriculum, and now as a student, they regularly check in on my life, my family, and my success.
Heston College provides the education.
And welcome back here as we're heading to the bottom of the 5th. Sam Amarante coming to bat. Larks now trail 7-5. They led 5-3, but 4 runs across here for Highland, and the Larks now in a hole. And Sam stepping in. Sam's 2 for 2. And she takes a strike on the first pitch she sees from Donaldson. Sam digging back in. Sam fouls it off. And the count 0-2. Larks trailing 7-5. Sam fouls it back and out of play. So Sam staying alive with 2 strikes. And the 0-2 coming up. That's too far out. And the count 1-2. Swing and a miss for Sam. She goes down swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts for Donaldson, and Sierra Long coming to bat.
Number 15, Sierra Long.
So Sierra digging in with 1 away. And Sierra fouls it back. Sierra's 0 for, or 1 for 2. Grounded to fielder's choice. Did single. She takes a strike on the outside half. And Sierra now quickly behind 0-2. Sierra fights it off, fouls it off, and stays alive. Now the count 0-2. That one stays way upstairs. Our count 1-2. CeeLo, a Red Sox fan, found that out last time. And the 1-2 coming up. I went upstairs, and we're even at 2-2 with 1 away here in the 5th. CeeLo lifts one up there, got underneath it. Zimmerman going back and making the play in shallow center field. There are 2 away for Jocelyn Chavez.
Number 23, Jocelyn Chavez.
So Joss digs in. She's 0 for 2. Joss lifts one out there to left field, and a nice sliding catch by the left fielder out there. And the Larks go quickly and quietly once again. 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the bottom, top of the 6th. Larks trail 7-5.
And my team likes to blow a team out in the.
My name is Molly Shervany, and both my parents and my older sister have gone to KU. It's kind of the thing we do. And that's what I was planning on too. But I loved the Heston College tour. I still remember my personal guide, Kimmy, and talking with all the art professors. At KU, I was in a huge group of students, and I didn't really get to see what I wanted. Heston College made it for me. Taking gen eds at Heston is helping me build a really strong foundation. I get individual attention and know my professors and everyone in my class. I like the personal relationships, and that's something that Heston offered that nowhere else did. With this foundation, I'll be ready to finish my major at KU. I'm currently a Heston Lark, but soon I'll be cheering Rock Chalk Jayhawk at KU.
I'm Roman Arnold from Dallas, Texas. I toured my dad's school, Texas A&M, and it really was beautiful, but it was huge. He talked about...
And welcome back. Top of the 6th, Highland scored 4 runs in their half of the 5th. They're right where they started in the last inning. Sam Moran leading off. Highland did send 9 batters to the plate in the last inning, trying to add to that. And that one is a strike at the knees to Moran. Galen. This is downstairs. And we're even 1 ball, 1 strike. So the 1-1 coming up. And that one stays downstairs to Galen. The count now 2 balls, 1 strike. That one too high, and we're 3 balls, 1 strike now to Moran. There's a strike right there coming back from Kalen, and we're full 3 balls, 2 strikes. That one's too far outside, and a free pass issued for Moran. She is aboard, bringing up Wesley. Wesley doubled in Moran, her last at bat.
Number 5, Alyssa Wesley.
Wesley lays a bunt down, Boost smothers a throw over. Not in time, goes through Kendall. And the run back in. Wesley aboard after the error. Moran moves over to third.
Number 8, Sydney Anderson.
Sam with a fake throw. As Wesley takes second. Kalen deals. That's lifted to center field, going back, and that is gone. Wesley hits her third home. Anderson hits her 3rd home run of the series. A 3-run bomb. And Highland has broken this open. They're up 10-5. And that brings up Aubrey Hernandez. And so Anderson has her 9th of the season, 3 today. And she's accounted 7 runs driven in today. And Hernandez stepping in. That one missing, or excuse me, is catching the black outside for a strike. Another one of our legendary Kansas sunsets starting to dip in the west. The 0-1.
It is beautiful, isn't it?
Always. We have the best sunsets. Hands down. Count 1 ball, 1 strike. The best are after storms. A storm comes rolling through and the sun starts to set after a storm. You get all kinds of colors in that sky. That's a hard hit ball up the middle, base hit for Hernandez. And she's aboard, and the Larks. A little bit of issues again as that is Whitney Dagonia coming in to run for Hernandez with Hodap batting. Ten to 5 the score.
0-0, Lexi Hodap.
Sunset's pretty, but it's sure cold when the sun goes
It
down.
is. Hodap up the middle, base hit. And the Larks still without an out here. And that brings up Haley Donaldson.
Number 7, Haley Donaldson.
Donaldson coming to bat. Donaldson lays a bunt down. Kalen's only played a first base. Kendall covers it. And the runners move up.
Number 36, Sarah Shin.
As this is Sarah Shin coming to bat. She lifts it. That is out of here. Shin first pitch swinging. Goodbye. And Shin hits a 3-run home run, the second one of the inning. And Highland up 13-5. After the second 3-run bomb of the inning. The Larks now trail by 8. As Maya Daniels coming to bat. Highland has scored 10 unanswered runs. Daniels takes upstairs. And they count 2-0. The 2-0 inside. With 1 away. Count 3-0 here. There's a strike on the outside corner from Kalen. Outside. And Daniels aboard. So it looks like this will be Hope Eckley coming in to hit for Zimmerman. And Andy with a quick conference with his pitcher, trailing 13-5. Talk some things over. In the 6th.
Number 4, Hope Eckley.
Eckley lays a bunt down, fouls it off. Eckley on the ground at Boo Boo. Sweeps it up, throws over. Reese digs it out. Daniels does move up. And Moran comes to bat for the 2nd time in this inning.
Top of the order, number 23, Sam Moran.
The pitch. That's a fly ball left side, and Lexi goes back and makes a play. But a lot of damage done. 6 runs come across. And Highland leading 13-5 back after this.
There is something greater than anything the world has to offer. Money, fame, fortune. It's finding meaning to your life, to find a purpose for living. And that's what we do at Heston College. We help people find that special calling, to find out what they were born to be and do, to figure out that purpose that's greater than themselves.
At Heston College, I really think about the logo as being centered to who we are. It's a greater than sign. It's an arrow.
Number 22,
And welcome back here to City Ball Diamond. As Kendall coming to bat. Kendall 1 for 1. Marks have to score a run or this one will be over. They trail 13-5. And the first pitch from Donaldson slips out of her hand behind Kendall. Kind of got away from her. The 1-0 coming up. Donaldson deals, fouled back into the glove for a strike. And they can't even 1 ball, 1 strike. So the count now 1-1. Kendall fouls it back to the fence.
Although Heston softball does play again tomorrow, we will not be broadcasting that game. We will be broadcasting the next and final home game
Monday
of the season on Monday.
Starting at 5 o'clock Central Time. And I think we're going to have sophomore recognition before the game is what we're kicking around. So be sure to tune in early to see our sophomores be recognized. That one's down in the dirt. I'm going to count 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 coming up. Kendall lifts one to right field, but being played perfectly was Anderson out there, and she takes away a base hit for Kendall on the fly ball. Anderson read it off the bat, and that brings up Boo with one away. Boo's 1 for 2.
Number 30, Adriana Ruiz.
Boo swings and misses. And the 0-1 coming up. Boo on the ground. Vacuumed up by the third baseman. Throw over. Dug out by Hodap. Moran makes a play, and there's 2 away.
Number 12, Josino.
So Joe steps in as we're in the bottom of the 6th. Larks down to their last gasp. The 1-0. Just takes a strike, and we're even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just takes strike 2. And they count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Donaldson looking to close this out. And Josie behind. Josie fouls it off, stays alive. So the count 1-2 to Josie. Donaldson looking to deal. That one 2. Strike 3 called. And that will do it. Larks fall 13-5 here. After a 5-3 lead, Larks can't hold on. That's going to do it for us. We'll be back, Jasmine and I, right here Monday for Larks softball. We'll be back tomorrow. Jasmine and Alec at first at 4 o'clock for the baseball game. Then I'll join them for the start of the second game tomorrow. So for Jasmine and Rusty, for Jasmine, I'm Rusty saying thank you and good night.